I'm Brian Westbrook at AWS Marketplace Seller Conference 2023, joined by Rebecca Spataro, Director of Global Alliances for Snyk. It's exciting to have you here. Tell us what you've learned from the conference so far.
It's great to be here. I think anytime that we can connect with our peers and really share the trials and tribulations and successes we've had, it's always just great to learn from one another.
Now, you had a session earlier about Marketplace.
Yes.
Tell us what was discussed in the session and what the audience at home should learn.
Yeah, we really just, kind of backtracked to when I first started out with Snyk, and the responsibility was given to me to go build a global co-sell program, including Marketplace. And, I really started at the beginning when we reached out and enlisted in the folks at Tackle.io to support us in getting up and running in the Marketplace. So with our listings and then just overall guidance around co-sell and Marketplace.
Co-sell, a lot of opportunity, also some learnings along the way. What are some things you might point out maybe to those that are thinking about getting involved that you learned that you'd love to pass along?
Yeah, so many of us really have that task at first to win over the sales org, right? Like, we understand the value of Marketplace and what that means for our end users, our customers, but really winning the hearts and minds of the sales org who, they're on the front lines, they're having the conversations, and they're driving that kind of transactional vehicle and really framing that out for procurement. If I think about the messaging that really I relayed early on, it was that Marketplace is the easy button. With the tools and the functionality that Marketplace has to offer, we can not only accelerate the sales process, but be able to offer our end users valuable tools like, a single pane of glass for procurement. We talked about paying Marketplace bills in local currency, about flexible invoice schedules, future dated agreements. I'm name dropping all the bells and whistles, but I think that one feature or lever that is so powerful and that the sales org really attached themselves to was the drawdown on an EDP. So that cloud commitment and really accessing that pre-allocated budget, a pre-committed budget. It was awesome that the sales org really attached themselves to that message, but it also became like EDP or bust. And, if I could offer any advice, it would be, EDP isn't the end all be all. Again, super powerful, but there's a host of features and functionality that we should deliver together. And just like there's a discovery, step in any sales process, it's really understanding where the pain point is for the customer and, what feature in the whole, host of value-added options there are and what resonates with them.
And speaking of features, there's been growth in Marketplace. Talk to us about how you've seen it evolve from your perch in the driver's seat.
Yeah, so I think about just how North America at first in our sales org kind of leaned in and started taking advantage of, that Marketplace lever. But understanding that, not all go-to-market strategy is created equal, especially across regions. So when I think of EMEA or, the APAC region, just culturally being more driven towards a channel motion, how we could leverage Marketplace plus channel, in countries like Japan. Chris Gruss mentioned earlier, class method and everything they're doing and adopting Marketplace. And that was the first company that we built an entry-level kind of AppSec offering for. So a bundled offering that they could take to market and scale. From there, I look at, in countries like India and, Australia, we're very much channel first. And today, as we enter into Latin America, just how powerful Marketplace has been there in helping with taxation and, different barriers and friction in market.
And it's nice to have kind of a common set of tools globally that can help solve, you'd see in some cases, unique problems around the world. One of the things that you brought up in your talk that I wanted to highlight is the concept of operational excellence and how Marketplace can really fit into that. What did you share with the audience there?
Yeah, when I was first getting started, it was create the private offer, get it to the end user, and, really treat it like the easy button. Again, like it's about speed. It's about getting the deal across the finish line. But behind the scenes, finance, accounting, there's reconciliation that needs to get done. From a scale standpoint, I'm one person in one time zone. And if we're going to support and truly be that accelerated, time to procurement, we need to enable folks across the globe to support private offers and everything that goes with it. So really leaning into our strategy and ops team, and especially our global deal desk to support those private offers has been super beneficial for us.
That's amazing. And of course, you get a lot of credit as being a scalable partner and really kind of growing with Marketplace as well. Before I let you go, let's talk about lessons learned real quick. What are just a couple of quick highlights in the few seconds we have left of things that you would say, we learned that, we've grown from that, we're moving on, we're really excited about having embraced that?
Yeah, I think the common theme is channel. Ecosystem is the buzzword right now, right? How do we bring our partnerships and our different alliances together in the best interest of the end user? And I think if I look back a couple of years ago, I would love, myself back then to know that CPPO would get easier. And just, trust the process. And, AWS has delivered so far, and they've made the process, much easier, offered the visibility we need to be successful working with our channel partners. And I'm excited, when I think about the roadmap and what's to come and how much more we can do together, again, for the end user.
Well, we're excited to watch your progress as well. Trust the process. If we go back in time and tell ourselves and maybe those just starting out that it does get easier. Thank you. Amazing message. Appreciate Rebecca Spataro joining us from Snyk. I'm Brian Westbrook at AWS Marketplace Seller Conference 2023.